Alright, hello everybody. I thought it'd be fun to show off some of the genuine vintage items that I purchased locally from a place called Dandelion Vintage. I know you can't read that, but this is not the location anyway. This is their old business card. They are a thrift store that has been around since the 90s in Champaign, Illinois. Not spelled like the drink. And they had a pop-up event throughout the month of July and August. I shopped their very last closing weekend because the owners are moving to Austria. Quite random. And it's so uncommon to find things that are pre-1990s. There's a lot of fast fashion and, things from the last 5 years in thrift stores in my experience. So the fact that they've had this stock for decades, there's a lot of things that I normally can't find locally. I usually have to buy this kind of thing from eBay. So one of these things was actually purchased online, but I just thought it'd be fun to throw in. So I'll just get right into it. So first thing is, I think this is from the 60s. I couldn't find a whole lot of information about this, but it's this pair of block heels. They're white. They're in very good condition. There's some obvious wear on the sole, but these are 100% leather. They are made in Italy, and it is Evans brand, Evins. And these fit me perfectly. They're size 6. I remember when I was checking out from the store, because I went 2 days. I went on Saturday, which is 40% off, and then today is Sunday, 50% off. And I was checking out, and I was standing right next to the shoe display, and there were 2 customers commenting on how small the shoes were, because a lot of the shoes are vintage, and someone was saying, who has feet this small? They were so petite back then. It's me. I've got the size 6 feet. So I walked around for a while in these, and these don't slip off my feet at all. So I've never owned a white pair of heels. These scream wedding to me, but I looked online, and apparently white heels was a trend in 2021 or something like that. I had no idea, but I'll find somewhere to wear these. I'll start wearing heels more often. In fact, I challenged myself to wear heels when I was out all day today, and out all day was 3 hours, so my toes did hurt by the end, but I'm used to wearing heels all day, for work and business purposes, so it's not that I've never done it before. It's just I don't tend to do it casually or on my free time. So anyway, on to the next item. So this I had gone back and forth on because it's too big on me. It's at least one size, if not 2 sizes too big, but it was 50% off. So this red tag here means that it was $60 originally, so I paid $30 for it. But the brand, and I think this is 1960s, might be 70s, correct me if you know any more, but I couldn't find a whole lot of information, is Jonathan Logan. And the size tag is long ripped off. But Jonathan Logan was founded, I think, in the 1940s when I was looking online this morning, and I could not find this dress anywhere online, so I couldn't find a smaller version. So I thought, okay, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna get it altered. It's not that I can't afford the alterations, it's that it's just kind of hard to find. I've never had to alter clothing before, and it's not exactly the most common skill these days. You kind of gotta dig around for someone who knows how to do alterations, but I figured it was worth it because this is such a fun dress. It's gonna be hard to show because of the shape of it, but it is a halter style dress, and it's this fun geometric pattern. And when I tried to look up similar dresses online, Jonathan Logan did sell this dress in this print in multiple different styles of dresses. And people are selling very similar dresses and Jonathan Logan dresses in general. Although apparently this was a brand commonly, it was one of the top selling department store brands for women back in the 50s, 60s time period. So it's kind of odd that there aren't more of these dresses surviving, but I only found 2 online. And I found another 2 that I had sold years ago, and they were selling for about $200 each. So for $30, yes, I can go ahead and get this altered. There's also a stitched on tie at the waist. So I can tie it and make it fit, but then there's a bunch of bunched up fabric in the back, so I can temporarily, if I want to wear this, I can safety pin it, but I need to pin about 2 inches. It's about 2 inches too wide on me, which is a lot of loose fabric. Also, it's really long. It's floor length. I'm 5'4", and it pulls at my feet, so I need to wear at least 2-inch heels with it. But, okay, for 50% off, you know, I will grab it, because when am I ever going to see it again? So that was one of my more exciting finds. My second, this one might actually be my favorite. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they're tied for me, but this is also, I think, 60s. It is this world famous Graf California wear. I had no idea what the brand was, never recognized it. Not that I'm a huge vintage buff, I just like 50s and 60s era clothing. But look at how colorful this top is. And it fits me perfectly. It's kind of cropped, but on me it's fine because I have a short torso relative to the rest of my body. My legs are about the same length as, like, I've compared other people, my like pants inseam length to other people, and I have the same pants inseam length as people who are like 5'8". So my height is in my legs. And it buttons all the way up the back, although unfortunately there's a button missing right here. But I already purchased on Etsy some old dead stock buttons that look exactly like these ones. I mean, these are pretty commonly, these are still produced today. They're just little pink buttons. They're kind of pearlescent, and they have the 4 holes in them. And they're about like 9/16, I think, in diameter. So they've got these sheer sleeves and the frilly neckline with the frills on the cuffs as well. So this is super fun and looks great. It's so funky and eye-catching, but when I was younger, I was afraid to stand out, but now this is exactly my kind of thing these days. This, I already took the tag off, but it was, I think they're trying to sell it for $15 originally, and so I bought it on the 40% off day, so I paid $9 for it. So yeah, that was really fun. Then, let me see, what else? This is, I think, 80s. It is this evening purse. It's Carolyn Barton Knight. Kind of see the tag in there. It's got this rope crossbody, magnetic button closure. Have this satiny material, this ribbing. And this was priced at $7, but I paid $4.20 for it, I think it was, because it was 40% off. This pair of socks, I have no idea how old these are, but these definitely look old. And they were made in the USA. So these are some old gold toe socks. I think these are men's socks. I'm going to throw them in my gift stash. Just going to save them for one of the men in my life. Because this was in the $1 bin, so I paid only 50 cents for it. It's just this navy pair of socks with the, you know, iconic gold toe, and I thought that was fun. It's 100% stretch nylon. The cashier said that that the socks were cute, and I thought that was funny because it's just a pair of socks, but there you go. This was also in the dollar section. It's just this ribbon. Honestly, you can make something like this, but I don't know how to sew, hence having to pay someone to alter my clothes. But I thought this would look nice on different dresses, perhaps. So, paid 60 cents for this. This is a brand new, never worn pair of gloves by Wear Right. And these are size 6.5. And they've got this, they're white gloves, and they barely fit. I think these are, I don't know how tight gloves are supposed to be. You know, gloves, I looked this up briefly earlier in the year. Gloves stopped being worn in fashion in the 60s, I think. It was considered too formal, I think, is what the general consensus was at the time. Yeah, I think this is the correct size. It's not, my hand isn't stretching the fabric at all, but it fits well like a glove. Although it's a bit too long in some of the fingers. The pinky finger is like a centimeter too long, but yeah, it's got this very nice floral pattern. The problem is that it's got a lot of lint on it, and there's some staining right there, even though these are brand new, never worn. But they probably have been sitting in storage somewhere for, darn, 60 to 70 years. So yeah, I never wear gloves, except in the winter, of course. But I do have some genuine 50s and 60s and also reproduction 50s and 60s dresses, so I thought this could look nice with them. Not in the summertime. I don't want to wear gloves in the summer, but it's almost fall anyway. So these were just $1 and I paid 50 cents for them. So I thought that was really cool because I own one other pair of vintage gloves and I did not pay 50 cents for those. And this, I just got two more vintage items. Everything else is a little bit more modern, but more than 10 years old. So this I almost didn't buy because I thought it looked kind of cool on the rack. This was originally $15 and I paid $7.50. But when I tried it on, I thought it looks kind of frumpy, and this is gonna be hard to show without trying it on. And I'm not positioned in a way where maybe I should just pull. I have the phone up on my coffee table. Maybe I could push this back. And anyway, I looked kind of frumpy, and I was staring at it in the mirror. And then one of the employees walked by and was like, "Oh my gosh, it looks so cute." And I was like, "It does look kind of cute, actually." So I ended up buying it for $7.50. I don't know. It is also made by Jonathan Logan, and is specifically their line Shady Lane. I want to guess late 60s, early 70s, maybe. Again, I'm not super knowledgeable about fashion. So it's this full button-up dress. And I guess I can show you the top half of it by trying it on right now. It's got this collar, and it's getting caught on my watch here. Let me button it. It's this two-tone, so it's white with blue polka dots on the top, and then it's blue with white polka dots on the bottom. And so I guess I'll kind of stand up so you can kind of get the effect of it. But, oh, did I button that wrong? I just buttoned that wrong, I think. Yeah, I just buttoned that wrong. Okay. Let me see. My coffee table always gets caught. I don't know. There's like a groove in the floor, and my coffee table doesn't want to push backwards. I have no idea. Oop. Okay, this is showing off more of my apartment than I would kind of prefer, but this is what the dress looks like. I've never done a try on and I'm wearing this just on top of my pre-existing outfit. I never do try-ons because it's like takes extra time to do, but yeah, that is what it looks like in it. Yeah, I mean, it definitely doesn't look modern at all, but I like all types of vintage styles, and this will be nice in the fall. I think it's not thick fabric, so it's not particularly warm, but I just don't want to be sweating through the sleeves when it's 80 degrees outside. So yeah, I think there is one more button up here, but for my personal preference, I mean, that's choking my neck. My personal preference, I would leave the top button unbuttoned, and honestly, for my personal style, I sometimes leave that's showing a bit, but I also like to kind of leave like this level of unbuttonness for a casual, modern-ish neckline. So there's what that dress looks like, and so $7.50. It did grow on me after I kind of stared at it in the mirror for longer. I'll have to look for more information about this dress because I didn't look up any information. But yeah, it's just a full button down, and luckily it's not missing any of the buttons or anything like that. So it is ready to wear whenever I want to wear. I don't own a single thing like this in my closet. So very easy to get in and out of. I think it's 100% polyester. There's no information about the material. I don't think I mean it's just not designed to be worn like over the top of anything else. I don't think it would make sense to wear it like this, but that's how you would get in and out of the dress. So also, yeah, I'm wearing a black dress currently, which did not show at all when I was sitting on the couch. So I'm gonna have to get up close to the camera. You know what I'm gonna do? at least one more try on. So I could get up close to pop. Okay, this is really like not professional. And I am wearing this on top of my pre-existing dress, but I did want to kind of show how this dress looked. And so here's the tie. And I mean, it looks like it fits mostly, except the top is really loose on me is really just the problem. The bottom of it fits fine. But this is, I suppose, for bustier individuals, although it is kind of loose in the back here. So kind of see where I have so much loose fabric here. But it's this backless halter dress, and it's quite pretty. You cannot, it's incredibly long on me. I have to stay on my tiptoes for it to not pull on the floor. And I don't even know if you could hear me at all when I'm talking, because I got super far away from the camera. But yeah, this is really pretty, and you know, worth the $200 people are trying to sell it for online, because this is a very unique piece, but I do need alterations on it. Okay, this next piece I purchased online, and this is a nightgown. It's looking very bridal to me, but I'm no fashion historian, so I'm not quite sure about this. It does have a flaw on it. I purchased this online just by accident. Well, I didn't purchase it by accident, but I found it by accident because I was looking for genuine 50s clothing because I had a coupon for Mercari, and I saw this and I thought it was super pretty. So it's just got these buttons, and it is, like I said, a nightgown. I think I paid a pretty penny for it. It's about $40. But I never see anything like this out and about, and I liked it enough to pay the amount for it. But it is missing a clasp at the top, because it has this tie to tie a bow, but it's actually just decorative, because the bow doesn't actually attach on the other side. So I just hold my finger there so you can kind of see what it's supposed to look like. I'm terrible at tying knots. It's supposed to look like that. So it's with a cute bow, kind of cute bow at the top, but it actually has a clasp, a metal clasp part here. It's just missing the eye part of the hook and eye. So, but this is where having clothes on underneath to stay PG here helps. But yeah, it looks super pretty, and honestly, it's a nightgown. But you know, for modern sensibilities, I think this actually looks very cool as a, well, not even modern sensibilities, I don't know what I'm saying. I think this could be repurposed to be very cool as a cardigan, actually, kind of type of thing. I know it's meant to be a nightgown, you know, that you're not supposed to be seen wearing this, but it's just incredibly pretty, and I can see myself wearing like honestly, I could go out like this, wearing like the black dress underneath with this. I think it looks perfectly fine. It may be not the most coordinated, but it shows off the prettiness of this sheer night dress. But I need to get it fixed first, and so I need to buy an eye to fix it at the top. My mom does know how to sew, so she might be able to fix it for me. I just need to buy the hardware for it. So, yeah. Alright, back to regularly sitting on the couch. So the next couple things, I think everything here is more modern. Nothing is newer than 10 years old, but because the collection had been in storage for a while, but this is not vintage. So got this pair of icing, which is a store in the mall that's owned by Claire's. Footed tights. I never wear tights, but I just thought these were fun because these were only 50 cents. They're originally $12 in the store, so yeah. They have these like diamond patterns on them. Thought I would try them out. I got this Banana Republic's petite to small cropped cardigan. I don't know what you would call these. These look vaguely like bows to me, or maybe butterflies, but it's got that stitched throughout the entire thing, and this is a dusty blue. And was originally being sold for, well, not originally, but they were trying to sell it for $15, and I paid $7.50, and it is 100% cotton. Yep, 100% cotton, and the collar is 1% spandex. And it still has the remove before washing magnetic tag. It's got these really nice, big, like 1-inch fabric covered buttons that match the cardigan itself. I love cropped cardigans because you can wear them on top of dresses and it doesn't obscure the waistline. Not that I would necessarily pair these two together, but yeah, I think this looks cute. I missed the little detail on the sleeve there. So, I like the color of it as well. So I was pleased to find that, because it's actually kind of difficult to find a cropped cardigan. I don't know, it was just me, but I like to wear cardigans I can wear on top of dresses, and it coordinates well, and it just is very difficult for some reason. Continuing along the same theme, this is by The Limited. It's this lace eyelet blazer. It's this cream color, and I also paid, I paid $9 for it because I bought it during the 60% off sale. And according to the tag, this came out in 2004, so I guess actually, this one actually is vintage, because anything 20 years ago and older is vintage. So I actually found someone selling the same cardigan online, or not cardigan, blazer, and it is missing a ribbon that is supposed to tie it closed. I thought this pin that it came with was not original, and I was correct. But let me pin it closed really quick. So yeah, you can see, oh, you can't see actually. So there's this pin, this bow rhinestone pin that came with it as part of the I paid part of the $9. But it's actually originally supposed to be like a ribbon that ties it closed. That's just a cream colored ribbon. So I could easily replace that, but I like the way the rhinestone bow looks. So yeah, this is a bit cropped, and it tucks in at the waist like a lot of blazers do. So I thought this was a fun find. It would not keep me warm at all. Like, I can feel the air rushing through this. So I don't know what situations I'd actually wear this in. It's not a winter item. This is definitely like a springtime, summertime, warm weather month piece, but quite fun to find. And then this is nothing special, but I got it while I was at Dandelion Vintage. This was in the $1 bin, and I paid 60 cents for it. It doesn't have a tag, but I was able to find this exact dress sold on Poshmark, and this was by the brand Exhilaration, which is a juniors brand sold at Target. And this was like probably from about 10 years ago. Like I said, nothing special, but it fits me, and this is just a versatile, just casual dress to wear if I don't want to wear anything too fancy. Or, you know, a lot of my dresses actually have like these like spaghetti straps, so it's really hard to find like a coordinating bra to wear underneath, but this has the thicker straps, so just when I want to wear a random old dress. And then the last item, yes, this came out in 2010. I did Google this one. It is the Liberty of London for Target collection. It's this halter neck dress, and they apparently had this print in a couple of different styles, but apparently Liberty of London does very bold floral prints. And I did see another Liberty of London for Target dress at Dandelion Vintage, but it was a size too big, so I left it behind. I did find the dress in my correct size on eBay, so I think I'll snag it there. But I like bold prints more now as I age. Just want to be fun and make people smile, make me smile. So yeah, the thing is, even though this is a size extra small, which is the smallest size that they sold this clothing item in, it's actually about 2 inches too loose in the waist, so I have to tie the drawstring pretty tight to make it fitted. But I think this is supposed to be more of a loose dress anyway. Liberty of London, I guess, is a more high-end type of brand that did a collaboration with Target, but this dress is 100% polyester, so I wasn't gonna get it. They were originally trying to sell it at Dandelion Vintage for $5, and they dropped it down to $1, and then I paid 60 cents for it. But I was not gonna pay $5 for it. Maybe it'll grow on me, maybe it won't, maybe I'll end up redonating it, but for 60 cents, I felt like it was worth the risk, and to see if I like it. So, favorite items were definitely the two that I said were my favorite, which, I put them on a side table. The halter dress, and this top here. Kind of get the vision for what that looks like. And I think the polka dot dress might actually be one of my favorites as well. But I do like everything that I purchased, excluding the white nightgown that I bought online. I bought everything for, I think, under $80 at Dandelion Vintage. So for genuine vintage items, especially, for example, these shoes are 100% real leather. And like I said, the geometric dress in that style goes for at least $150 online. Got very good deals, and I'm just excited to have things that are have stood the test of time, literally in terms of materials and in terms of style, and to just not be wearing cookie cutter fashions that, I mean, I wear modern stuff primarily. It's not that I'm one of those people. I admire the people who wear a certain era of clothing. For example, I can't think of his name right now, but there's a British man who dresses, I think, in 1800s. I don't remember the exact decade. Clothing every single day. There's, I can think of Jessica Kellgren Fozard. She wears 50s and 60s clothing every single day, and that is their style. I wear modern stuff 97% of the time, but the other 3% of the time I'm wearing 50s or 60s. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later.